On today's show, we're going to be talking about the finals game one and what the I hate this topic. What the Celtics do well that the Nuggets don't do well at all. We're also going to be debating who's the real mountain basketball. We're going to snake draft sounds for some reason, and then
what do you
later,
mean for some reason?
Later, we're going to go online with DLINE to determine what was the emoji of the year. This is DNVR Nuggets. Oh, baby, look at that. Look where we are. Although not technically.
Not technically.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the DNVR show. There it is. Casual Friday edition. You can't see it, but I'm wearing shorts. And not just any shorts, fellas, bird dogs.
You know what that means is that you're kind of not wearing shorts today.
What do you mean?
You're dressing in such a way. It means you're probably not wearing underpants.
That's exactly what it means. That's what it means up here, buddy. Up here. So free whenever you don't wear underwear. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, we're pretty close to each other right now.
We're so close, man. We're so close. If I sit in a weird way, you can see right up them. Unreal, guys. It's going to be a great show. We're here in Studio B. We're giggling already. It's Friday. We can taste the beer. The cold beer is calling our name. Maybe a little pizza.
Believe it's Miller time, if I'm not mistaken.
It's about that time. I got Brennan Vogt in the house.
I love hanging out in Studio B. I love a casual Friday, man. I was excited for today's show. We'll check back in with me in an hour, but as of right now, I'm
we're
excited.
talking about the Celtics. Is that why?
Go to the other guy.
Over here. DLINE Co.
Yes, once upon a time when sports no longer were available in this great world of ours, our show was almost entirely segment-based. And off season is where the segments come to play, dude. Snake drafts, online with DLINE. Bro, if you like basketball, I don't know if you'll be able to get into it, honestly, but I can't wait.
Well, unfortunately, we have to start on a sour note, and that note is the NBA Finals.
I'm encouraged, actually.
Are you really? So last night, if you were watching, the Boston Celtics dominated right out of the gate, right from the moment Kristaps Porzingis. This is so weird.
God, I'm in hell.
I know, can't believe. What did we do?
This is my fault.
What did we do? Kristaps Porzingis Finals MVP. That does not have a ring to it, but he was unbelievable. He's missed all of the playoffs. He's well rested. He comes into this game, completely dominates defensively, blocking everything, offensively, fadeaways, deep threes. Takes control. The Celtics looked amazing, though, man. What did you think while you were watching it, Vogt? Actually, I know what you thought, because I saw a text from you every 5 seconds for 2 hours.
I was pretty hard. I was aggressive in the Slack, you could say.
Yeah.
And
there was anger.
First of all, I was annoying myself in the Slack, so I apologize. But
Oh, that felt good, actually.
You know what?
We were talking about how we hope he apologizes.
I didn't think I needed that.
You needed it.
Yeah, no, I was really annoying in the chat. I did have some real observations. Some of it reminded me of the Warriors opener in that finals, because the Dallas Mavericks did what I thought I'd never have to see a team do again. And they loaded up on Jason Tatum. And I think the Celtics as a team,
I love that this is the lens you see it through.
They want easy threes. As a team, they want those easy threes that Dallas handed to them by giving their stars easy reads. Doubles or loading up or just make too much attention. But their two best players, if you let them, they want to go one-on-one. And particularly in the case of Jason Tatum, they want to make mistakes. So I thought the Mavericks made it way too easy. Like, don't let that guy make basic reads. Derek White is not going to miss. Al Horford's not going to miss. I promise you. So I thought Dallas dug themselves in an early hole, because if you let the Celtics get hot from deep, it could be game over real quick, and that was game.
What did I think? I think that unfolded exactly as I described.
A 20-point first quarter win?
That the way that the fact that the Celtics had full advantage over the Mavericks, that the strength of the Mavericks would be so easily mitigated by the Celtics that then it comes down to shooting. They're not going to shoot this good or this well, this efficient. I mean, they put an ass whooping on them that we will not see.
They made more
that
threes.
Was a biblical ass whooping.
They put more threes, made more threes in the first quarter of that game than the 91 Bulls did in the finals.
That was a biblical level ass whooping that they put on the Mavericks. And there is like, the Celtics can't do that all the time, for sure.
They can do it
but
a lot of the time, unfortunately.
But the point is that like, it's just really tough for the Mavericks. And the Celtics have what they want, which is open shots. Like, they're getting what they want. It's just whether or not they're able to execute on it. And I saw Luka Doncic held in check by Al Horford one-on-one multiple times.
Luka had a good game.
He had a good game, but he couldn't. Listen, I'm just saying.
I
like,
didn't think Luka had a good game. Tim Legler thought I was crazy for that, so he's on your side.
He had a good stats game, but Luka had 1 assist. He did not make his teammates better, or you can look at that to say that his teammates let him down. But one way or the other, that team was not working as a team, and I cannot imagine that they come out and they think that they need to be more team oriented in the next game. I think they come out and they're like, Luka's the only thing that we can count on, so he's going to go and score every time. That's going to be their strategy.
I think for Dallas, it starts on defense, man. And because when they made that run, now it's a game of runs, and every team looks great when they're on their run. But there was this moment of, oh man, they can hang. And then the Celtics took a few dumb shots when they guarded him one-on-one and straight up. So I think like if you give the Celtics easy looks from three in the first 12 minutes of a game, you could very well find yourself buried under an avalanche.
But the problem is that Porzingis was eating them up in the middle too. You cannot play
the Celtics are amazing, and he was amazing.
They have a counter to everything that they
you have to guard them straight up. I think you have to.
Well, Dallas didn't really put a whole lot out there. I mean, Dallas kind of had a game plan. They went in and were like, "All right, we're going to lose game one with this game plan," which is fine. Which, by the way, they always lose game one. Dallas always does. So I think they always take a chill pill because they kind of do that. This is sort of their MO. But I will say a couple things. Why I thought Luka was bad is Boston made an interesting decision that pertains to Denver in a lot of ways, and that was the make Luka a scorer defense. And it wasn't just that. It was they have very good rim protection. Their athletes were dialed in. I remember this from Denver last year, and we did not see that this year from Denver. The level of defense you get through when you are dialed in is unbelievable. The rotations that Boston was making were athletic.
Yeah,
they
were
so
on
point.
About this.
They were just like, they were on a string, man. They just looked like five, Panthers, really just like rotating together, working together to hunt. And it was impressive, but it was impressive in a very specific direction of Luka. What he needed to do in this game was to score and just look at the basket. They weren't going to send the help from the corners. They only took 3 corner threes in this game.
Yep.
They're I think they're number 3 in generating corner threes in the NBA. And Boston said, we're just not going to leave the guys. We're going to stick on you. The Michael Porter defense, we're just not going to do that. The read for that is, okay, we have to then punish them so that they feel they have to send more help. Luka, while he had 30 points, it was inefficient. 26 shots to get 30 and only to the foul line 5 times. They'll do that 100 times out of 100. But, and here's why I bring it up, Denver is susceptible to this defense. The Lakers made this choice in round 1. We're just, or they made the opposite choice. We're going to take Jokic out of it and see what happens behind him, even if we overload. The release valve is Kyrie Irving, and he was horrible.
He wasn't great, dude.
He couldn't do anything with it. They were able to have their cake and eat it too.
They clamped him.
You guys, that was a strong counter argument from both of you.
But clamped him like he
just wasn't a part of the. He was either not part of the offensive proceedings or he was kind of weaving his way through, making his own shot. He had a couple nice weaving through the defense, creating offense for himself. But he was shook, man. That man hit the side of the backboard.
So he hit the side of the backboard. He dribbled it off his foot.
He fell down, dude.
He missed 2 wide open threes. Not like, a guy was running out of them, this or that. They were wide open. He could set, kind of do one of these and shoot and miss both of them.
Did it remind you of anything?
Well, this is kind of what I'm getting at is you really see that there are teams like the Boston Celtics who we talk about them having a weakness that they don't have a guy at the top, right? A clear-cut number 1. But one of the things that they do have is 5 guys that can beat you, and they were in harmony, and it was waves of it. Whereas Dallas, it was like, okay, they're not going to give you the kick out. Luka has to be a battering ram. He did a C job of that. But the counterbalance to Luka is Kyrie, and Kyrie did an F- job of his. And it's like, okay, that's the predicament that a team like Denver and even a team like Dallas gets into, which is if you can slow your superstars down, there's nothing else behind it.
Dude, yeah, it's the counter argument to having a heliocentric offense where if you can take out the core, everything else falls. But Boston is like, Jason Tatum didn't even have a notable game of any kind. We were laughing because there was a shirt you could buy after the game, and it was covers from Slam, like this one actually, and it was covers of Jason Tatum, and it was like, Jason Tatum helped the Celtics win the game. And they couldn't
Technically true.
Exactly. And it was saying like he participated in the game.
But the free flowing thing is interesting, right? Because I think it's apt. I think we've all made this point in the last month, and I think we're onto something. But it's balance, right? Because you might very well see two teams win in two extreme different directions in back-to-back years. Denver extremely reliant on their bread and butter action, which we also considered one of a check in their box over teams like Boston, right? Last year, and people were concerned, what does Boston look like when it gets down to a tight game? But there is a balance, and the other side of it is that for 3 months, Boston has empowered everyone to go and make shots. And I don't think it's a coincidence that all those guys looked so confident in game one.
Well, this is my title point, really, and why I wanted to talk about it is that was the thing that stood out to me. And we talk about Boston as willing to take bad shots, and sometimes we laugh at them. Like, I honestly believe this the more I cover sports. There's no perfect thing. Every strength has a weakness.
That's
that
the
is
whole
like
point.
The exact
The
thing
game continues on.
Yeah. So there's always like, okay, that's their strength. We have to turn it. What's the polar weakness that's associated with it?
Yeah.
And for them, taking bad shots, it's part of why I think they had struggled in the clutch and stuff, is that free flowingness needs to tighten up, and you need to have a little bread and butter.
Absolutely.
But
it also allows for guys to, the shots they took in the first 4 minutes, I don't think they missed a shot for like 4 minutes. They kept come out and and they were shots that I'm like, what the hell is that? Oh, it's a make. And a lot of that is because that team has green light, all of them. And I really do think there's something too when a whole team has a green light like that, and then they reciprocate having a green light with playing together, then they all make 5 to 10% more of the shots than they should.
Exactly.
And that's what I saw from Boston last night,
agree.
man. Incredible confidence from their starting five and the supporting cast.
Yeah, it's just, to me, I don't know. Again, anything is possible. I'm sticking on my Celtics in 6 because I do think that Luka is good enough to get that team rattled to a point where no one is making shots in the same way that just we saw everyone making shots, because none of them this is what the criticism of the jump shooting team is in the playoffs, is that if it's not, it either looks like holy fire from heaven, or you just look like the worst team in the world if you're not making shots, and you can just get blown out of it. Like, they'll probably get blown out a game, because they'll go into Dallas, it'll be super loud, they'll get tight, they won't hit shots, it'll not go their way, and like you mentioned yesterday, I just feel like whatever direction it's going to snowball.
Right. You saw in the run, there was a brief moment where Dallas got it a little tighter.
No, they got it super tight, man.
And the Celtics looked a little tighter.
They got them to 8.
And it looked a little
tight.
That's
a lot,
but
no, I know,
from where
but
it was,
8.
but I will credit, Joe Mazzulla said after the game, I think he's right, that's where the game started for Boston.
Yeah.
And better than they typically do. They stabilized. I do think part of it was Dallas, particularly Kyrie, throwing up all over himself once they got to 8.
Yeah, but they hit shots.
No, and the Celtics blew them out. And the Celtics played A+ basketball. And by the way,
even in that quarter, by the way, Dallas only won that quarter by 1 point because they came back in that quarter.
They
Celtics
responded.
have been doing this all year. So very far and away looking like the best team right now. But there is something to how in that first 20 minutes, it's like, oh man, you literally can't beat this team. And then the next 20 minutes, it was like, oh, they might not win this game.
But
that's what the Warriors used to do.
That's true. That's true.
Look, Boston deserves all credit for this. I'm not trying to take anything away from them. They looked incredible.
They kicked ass, man.
On both ends of the floor. They looked like they knew who they were. But one thing here that I want to tie back to Denver, I actually think we need to talk around to people around the league and around the team and stuff. One of the things was, did it get stale? And part of the staleness is, does it get too restrictive? Like, this is who we are, and we can't color outside the lines at all. There's something to, you have to allow for that, because then the lines move. It's like, okay, we allowed some bad shots, we suffered through it, but we opened up the ability for a Michael Porter. Like we always talk about the real true Mikes are bad shots. It's when
dude.
Mike is Mike being like, everyone out the way, baby. Something's telling me to shoot.
Dude. Yeah, Mike moments aren't generally where you're like, that was a really smart shot.
Good process that led to a great shot.
What?
Yeah.
How do that work? Yeah, Mike.
But dude, is that not the entire Jaylen Brown experience?
Yeah.
Dude, it's all of them. Honestly, Drew Holiday to me is the guy that probably takes the worst shots of them. And like they are bad shots, but there's something too. Like he's a good player, man. Let him feel himself sometimes.
Look, they're different caliber players right now, but I do watch Jaylen sometimes. I'm like, that guy can't use his left hand either. I'm like, maybe we can let Mike cook in January.
Dude,
like, is that cool?
Oh man, it's just that whole team is full of like 7s and 8s.
They're all great.
You know what I mean? It's just like
I think they might be 8s and 9s. There's no 10s, but they're really good. Man.
That's what I mean. But that's what I mean is like they really put together. This is where the strength in numbers concept comes back. We're going to take everything from the Warriors. We're going to give that to. We're going to give that to Boston.
They won one, lost one.
Yeah,
one,
we
two,
took gold. We took gold.
Yeah.
Boston just took strength in numbers. But that's it, man. And like again, like it's easy to have a guy that can't play that you're relying on, but if you're like, all right, you get out of here, and then put like somebody in that can do the same job or better somehow.
I just kind of feel like Jokic and Murray aren't going to forget how to run the 2-man game, so it's just okay if some stretches are like, hey man, like we're playing the Pistons and Porter had 20 in the first half. Maybe he can dribble a bit in the third. Like that's okay.
Well, here's what it is. There's a fine line because I think
there is a fine
because. I think Yoke has the calculator in his brain that automatically calculates whether he should or should not shoot. Nobody else has that. Everybody else's calculator is like 80% good. Michael Porter's is like 30% good.
Great calculator.
It takes like enormous discipline for him to not shoot it every time, and so like us saying, to go the other direction. It's kind of funny.
It's like me not like turning down an opportunity for a joke.
Exactly. It's like, you know what? You just shoot him off every time. But there is something too, like you have to trust him to do that. So then when he does them, he'll get better at making the reads. The team will get better at reacting like, oh, I can tell. You guys can do this. Sometimes when Mike is running up the court, you see him open, you're like, he's going to catch it. He's just going to go right up to it.
Yeah.
You start to read it better of like, Mike's about to take a bad shot. But we like that because it bends the defense. Klay Thompson is the ultimate of this guy.
Yeah.
Klay Thompson takes bad shots. But it's part of their identity, and the gravity gets so big. I just think Denver can learn a lot from Boston.
Oh, yeah.
And the other thing they can learn from them, 42 freaking three-point attempts. It's wild. Like, the game is the game. The three-point shot obviously ups. Like, you don't want to just force it. You don't want to simplify things. But they generate good threes. And Denver's going to have to find a way to generate more good threes.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the difference between Denver and the Mavericks is that Denver has an automatic scoring option when they go against the Boston Celtics. Jokic could score on them every time if he wanted to. And that's not true of Luka. We saw last night.
Yeah, but it's kind of analogous to how Denver was against Minnesota.
It's not quite, though, because Jokic against this exact team averaged a triple-double, a 2 or 4 point triple-double this season in the two matchups.
Against who?
The Celtics.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying the Celtics have somebody to guard Luka. The Timberwolves have somebody to guard Jokic.
Yes, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Yes, so in that case, yes, it is the counter move.
Yeah, so how strong is your counter move? And that's the point, is that Dallas is tonight. Kyrie's better as a counter move than he was, I think. I mean, maybe he's not.
I hope.
But maybe he's not.
Dude.
But they both suffer after that. What's the counter? There's nothing. And that's the point about Denver is Jamal Murray, like Kyrie in game one, was not good enough to balance that out against Minnesota. But even beyond that, I do think you need to have something else you can fall back on. Some kind of action that you can go to that is your third level that sometimes you have to tap into to break. Because again, Boston's not playing it straight up. They're bending their defense to stop Luka and Kyrie. So in theory, it should actually be easier for these release
guys.
valves. And I think they'll find it. That's why I don't think the series is totally over. I think that Dallas will be able to find some adjustment. Now, does Boston have more adjustments behind them? Probably. But we'll see.
And again, there's such a thing as overcorrection here. Other iterations of the Boston Celtics that took a similar approach, all of these things that are we describing as strengths were viewed as weaknesses.
Right.
And particularly how they didn't have the go-to stuff when it mattered.
Exactly it.
So Denver, you don't want to lose that identity. Yeah. I think it's this weird. Denver has to get, I think, comfortable with the idea of losing. And
in the regular season, it's so
and
true.
Not on purpose.
I know.
Not on purpose.
It's gonna suck though. We're gonna be the worst, most insufferable analysts.
Yeah.
When they're the 5 seed in January, and we're like, what are they doing? Ruining the year.
Go back to the two-man game.
They're doing exactly what we told them to do.
I do want to acknowledge we're chasing our tails a little bit. And then the Celtics also just have a talent threshold right now of like, while they don't have the best player in the world, they have the best roster.
Well, let's move on, but one question. Finals MVP could be very interesting if it's Boston. Who's got the early lead? After one game.
Oh, it's Kristaps Porzingis after one game.
I disagree. I didn't think so, but that's interesting.
You didn't think that KP was the MVP of that GAME?
I thought it was Jaylen Brown.
I thought it was Jaylen Brown, too.
You got really?
Yeah, he was incredible all game. Porzingis had a great first quarter.
Porzingis, I think, had a performance that they'll write poems about.
Dude, it's actually Porzingis is a bit of a Mike. Not in the finals.
Yeah, no, he had a total first
kind of
quarter.
A
Had all of
dude.
his.
He actually finished with 20 points and like
he was great. Though.
He was amazing.
But he's the reason. He's the reason that snowstorm and that snowball started.
And Jaylen Brown was the reason the second one did when it got to 8.
But it was
I agree with that.
But how is that more? Well, I guess you just
he was also part of the first one. Like he was also involved.
I've never been more impressed by a performance than I was by what Kristaps Porzingis put down in that game. Not only the defense,
you know why?
The deep shooting, why? Because he's rested.
Yeah, he's rested. I'm gonna stop die on this hill. All these teams. I'm telling you, I would not be surprised if the NBA now we always see the champion as the team that had the easiest path, and they created their own easy path. They won their games. I think there's something too. Like I'll be surprised if we see another team go 7-7-6 and then to the finals and win. Like I just wonder if today's NBA it's too exhausting to do that.
You just have a clear better team. That's what Denver did last year.
Yeah. Boston,
and then also
Boston looked way better. Also, Dallas looks so beatable.
Listen, man, Denver let everyone off the hook.
Everyone got let off the hook by Denver.
I'm so over the Nuggets this season, losing in the playoffs until I watch a basketball game. And every time I'm like, these guys are nothing. What is this? Come on.
I know it is
You're
disgusting.
watching Kyrie in the finals. You're like, Jamal could do that.
Come on. All right, let's take a break. On the other side, the Utah Jazz have a rebrand, and it's around an identity, you guys. Mountain basketball is Utah basketball.
Whoa.
Wait, it is?
Wait, what?
What?
Hold on a second.
Oh, Nuggets.
Fighting order. I know. Everybody's moving in on our block. What the hell?
You give them an inch, they take it all.
So true.
They take it all.
They take 5280, dude.
You know what we still have? You know what we still
give
have,
them an inch,
guys?
they take a mile. That was that joke.
We still have Toyota, the official vehicle of DNVR. Trucks have always been a part of their DNA for generations. They built durable legends, destined for greatness, and perfect for Colorado. Man, that sounds like Jokic, doesn't it? Whether you're conquering off-road trails or hauling the weight of the world, I'm not doing either of those things. Some of you, I assume, are. There's a Toyota truck that's just right for you, like the all-new 2024 Tacoma and the return of the iconic 2024 Land Cruiser that's coming this spring. Toyota offers 17 models with available all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. And they offer more, low and zero emission vehicles as well, more of those combined than any other automaker. To give customers numerous choices to reduce their carbon footprint, there are 16 different hybrid vehicles to choose from, like the Tundra iForce Max hybrid truck. Do yourself a favor. Visit your Front Range Toyota stores at a location near you. There's AutoNation Toyota Arapahoe in Centennial, Corwin Toyota in Boulder, Groove Toyota in Littleton, Mountain States Toyota in Denver, Stevenson Toyota East in Aurora, and Stevenson Toyota West in Lakewood. Remember that Toyota is a proud partner of the Denver Nuggets and the official vehicle of DNVR.
You can steal a Toyota from one of those dealers, but I'll buy one also from a different dealer.
You know what you can do that is awesome also when you go to buy your Toyota this summer? Let's say, DNVR sent me.
DNVR sent me.
Yeah,
you guys know the air horn guy?
Yeah, dude. You're like, does the horn work? And you go,
actually say,
beep, 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 beep.
DNVR Nuggets sent me, actually. Let's get real.
DNVR Nuggets.
Actually,
tell them it was not DNVR Buffs.
Yeah, just say like, you know who did not send me? RK.
Definitely not.
I'm here for the Nuggets, guys.
Only the Nuggets, guys.
And when you pull up to Circa Resort and Casino, you say, I'm here for Vegas's first ever adults-only casino. There are no kids here, right?
Show me that wet space.
And they'll be like, dude... They're gonna be like, dude, you can't even come in until we check your ID. So don't worry about the kid. And once you're inside, you might enjoy the world's largest sports book, a 3-story stadium style place to hang with tons of VIP seating, Dugout Club, Legends Club, Champions Club, Circa Club Upper, Circa Club Lower, North and South stands. Basically a lot of places to hang out and play some bets and watch your bets unfold. There's also a casino, if that's more your speed.
It is.
Or just hang out in stadium, swim a 4,000 person capacity pool. Again, you don't have to bring 4,000 friends. You could. It's open 365 days a year because it's in the desert, baby. Viva Las Vegas. and over 500 rooms at the resort with a variety of layouts to fit your needs, art from local artists. Man, it was a step up for us when we started staying at Circa.
Yeah.
Experience stadium swim and watch your favorite teams at Circa Resort and Casino. Here's the fun part. Book your stay with code DNVR20 to get 20% off.
That is such a deal.
It's a great deal.
20% off the hotel?
It's a great deal.
A lot.
It's really good. Back here, segment 2, guys, and we're talking about uniforms. So let's bring in DLINE's expertise here. The Utah Jazz have a new look, a new rebrand.
Clean.
It's so clean, dude.
So
Can we take it,
clean,
Kale? Do we
dude.
have it to bring on the screen here? Does it go on there? Kale, how many seconds do you need to be queued
TikTok,
for this
motherfucker.
Coming up here?
Wow,
Like
Kale.
5 minutes, Kale? Oh, finally, Kale! Finally! Unbelievable! We apologize about that very long, unnecessary delay, everybody.
Yeah, again, our sincerest apologies.
I don't know what happened.
By the way, if you want to be a producer here, don't. Apply somewhere else.
Yeah, just don't. There's
Just
better
don't.
jobs for sure.
And just,
somewhere.
just so everyone understands, we care about you. Kale
It's
doesn't
Kale that
care
doesn't
about
care
you.
about you.
Yeah.
There they are.
There they
What do you
are.
think?
Okay,
Look at this.
so what they've done, I believe, I've not studied this very closely, but I think what they formerly had the word jazz in that type treatment, that now they have turned it into Utah. This is like from their 90s like setup. It was like they had purple with they had like a bunch of different iterations of purple and yellow and green, and they just you know, like when this is new owner syndrome shit.
Oh, really? Oh, wait. That's usually a negative thing.
So he first off zigged very hard and went tech bro on their last runs where they had
but
that.
I have a feeling that was in the process. They always say that these things take years. You think it was just him?
He
Could
just-
be. That was tech bro. You are right. That was a very tech bro look.
I know.
Neon.
Yeah, like, oh, yeah, you know what everyone likes? Volty neon. Like,
That's so true.
for the Jazz in Utah. Like, what are you doing, dude?
That's so true.
And so now he's zagged. He's like, oh my God, everybody hated it. They're all mad at me. What do they love? They love these throwbacks.
Let's go back to our roots.
So they have given us new imagination or new imaginings of, it's kind of like a faux back because
Yeah.
they are taking old elements and repurposing them in new arrangements.
So hold on, before you say anything, because I've been listening to these for long enough from you. That's what you love.
Yeah.
You love pushing things forward based on what happened in the past.
I do. These are doing a little too much for me. Like
They're pushing it too forward?
well, what they're doing is a lot of it they're kind of glorifying a crummy time in uniform history, but also there are things like, if you want to go retro, like don't put those like weird stripes on the side. Like don't make it like these weird little things that do not belong. Like a gradient treatment is not retro. That's like a new thing that you're blending styles in a way that is not true to what you're trying to accomplish.
I didn't know that, did you? I didn't.
I'm learning.
Yeah.
And so, but they've got some things that they are going to be able to sort of own. And with the pattern of stripes on the mountains, that's going to be a thing that they're able to use a lot because that's a cool element. They've obviously are going the same way the Colorado Rockies are thinking about when they make a mountain-based team, in that they're choosing purple because it's the purple mountain majesty. Like
Right.
it's like you associate purple with mountains if you're thinking about it in the right way. So to me, it's like they don't need that little mountain on the shorts. They've just got like a little too many doohickeys. But generally speaking, this is a good move for them because it's kind of dorky in the best way. Like it's like you're a guy you think that lives in Utah in the most stereotypical way.
It feels Utah to me.
Would feel good wearing this,
Yeah.
and it's like and it's not a dorky representation in that like they should feel bad about it. It's like kind of declarative of Utah. It's like has a Western kind of vibe, and
It does have a Western vibe to it, doesn't it?
yeah, it's like that's what you get out of the that type treatment, gives you Western, and so they're kind of owning it way more than being the Jazz.
I like putting Utah instead of Jazz on there because, like, what are we doing?
Yeah, like it's kind of. I mean, listen, like this is what we did. We like made it about Denver. Our thing is like about Denver. It's like this is about us. We're Utah, and like nobody looks at Jazz and feels a certain kind of way, like deep in their soul. But like Utah, they're like, we're Utah. Like people make fun of Utah. They don't make. If somebody makes fun of Jazz, people in Utah aren't upset about it.
Like, what's that noise coming from the
like in
southeast?
New Orleans, if you're like Jazz sucks, they're like what? And in Utah, if you're like Jazz sucks, they're like, I mean the team or the music because we don't listen to the music anyway. Right. So. Overall, like this is a step in the right direction, but to me, these are still like not quite
Do you
there.
have a favorite of those
I
four?
prefer maybe the one that is on the far right,
Walker Kessler.
Walker Kessler, maybe.
The shorts, though, you're right. Doohickeys, you called them, but I know everybody loves those little like
It's too
triangles
much.
on the side, and now it's a mountain. But I just don't like them.
Well,
I don't know why. I don't like them
because they won't last. They are of the moment, and like no one will acknowledge that uniforms are timeless.
No one. Will
If you do it
acknowledge that.
right, like uniforms are timeless. Like that's the whole thing. You wear them over and over, and people recognize it as your team, and they put the good feelings about the team on that uniform. And if you change it up to something, you're like, "What is that?" You know, it's just like a dumb. You're like, "I'm wearing a uniform that looks like a license plate." And you're like, why is that cool? You're like, I don't know. I guess I'm dressing up as a license plate.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I will say the number one thing about these is they do call back to the golden era of Utah Jazz basketball. Like this totally is Stockton and
like,
Malone.
dude,
That's why I think that's the number one reason.
It's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is.
But it is different to your point in a way that it'll feel like its own era when you have memories in these.
Yes, but my favorite iteration of the Jazz, and maybe you agree, maybe you don't. I mean, I really like the dark purple ones that have the yellow, red, green note in the middle.
All those colors because they feel so ABA to me. That's
They
why I like
feel
them.
great, and exactly they feel
colors that
again,
don't necessarily go together, but they
no,
go
but
there.
what they do, they go together because they're the same level of richness. They're all very rich colors, and like they're vibrant, and like these are kind of fade back, so they're not so strong.
Yeah.
Like those pop forward. So I wish they went to that era, but that's exactly what they're doing. What you said is the owner wants people to remember the golden days of the Jazz through his team, because instead of it being a tech bro startup.
Totally. It feels more like a ranch.
Like you don't want your basketball team to be a startup, we've learned.
Well, the Denver Nuggets are not a startup, so we're in good luck here.
I've heard that.
Yeah. I will say that it does, every time a team gets a good rebrand, it just makes me itch even more for it. Like because again, I don't hate the Navy blues. It's not that I'm like, but I do just want something that I love all of them. I want to love all the jerseys. I get so excited when they're in the Mile High Cities.
Can I just tell you what would fix this forever and so easily? And I'll obviously send the Denver Nuggets a bill for this advice as soon as I give it. They need to have an interesting typeface across the front. That's all you need for a successful jersey is an interesting typeface. Yes, think about the Boston Celtics.
No.
You just need a New York. Interesting typeface. They need to find something that feels like Denver, has some personality. That they chose the wrong typeface because it's not interesting at all. But they could put it on an arc. They could make it say Denver. They could get something that's like a little scripty, something that goes. It just needs to be interesting, and they didn't pick an interesting typeset, so it makes the logo or the jersey boring, but it's fine. Like that's a good base color. You can make a lot of like really good looking shit on that base color. You just have to make the type interesting.
That's an interesting one. Well, one last piece of this is, if you pull the tweet back up, Kale, they did say that they were mountain basketball.
I saw that.
Which is so weird, man. Like, I actually hate that they're doing this. I shouldn't be so upset.
No, why
they
not? It's
also
the
have
offseason.
mountains.
They do have mountains. I mean,
They have a lot of mountains.
We don't own mountains as a concept. You know that, right?
But we didn't claim them. Did we claim mountain basketball?
Well, no, because we're not smart.
I'm just saying, if the Lakers said they're West Coast basketball, there would be a little bit. I mean, I guess they can do that. That's the power move of being the Lakers. But part of me wants to get a championship Jazz before you claim the mountains.
Well, I mean, but we're 5280. No, honestly, what we are is we're mile high. Mile high basketball. Mile high basketball is good.
It's
and
cool.
catchy.
It's very cool.
We don't need mountain basketball. It's fine.
I don't need to have it. I just need them to not have it.
Okay. Fine.
What if the Sacramento Kings took West Coast basketball or California basketball?
Our guy Alec Gwynn put together a cheat sheet of objections here.
Okay,
Salt Lake City is 1,000 feet below Denver. Utah does not have any 14ers. The tallest peak would be
a single 14er.
The tallest peak would be the 54th tallest in Colorado.
They don't have a single. I guess that. I mean, yeah.
So listen, I don't know. You know, I'm so dumb, but Just a year ago, it's Aaron Gordon saying, when you talk about basketball, it starts with the Mile High City. And now it feels like everyone's looting our stuff. Our vibes, our
bro?
championship, our
We used to be
title.
Fraud City. Now look at us.
Now look at us.
I know.
Everybody's trying to
You're
copy
right.
us.
You're right.
They hate us because they ain't us. All right.
I think they just hate us.
We got to get back to the top.
On the other side, we're going to snake draft our favorite sounds. It's Friday. We're getting casual.
Oh,
Suck it up, Buttercup.
let's
I
go.
went back on top. I can win. I can be on top with Underdog Fantasy, baby. It's the easiest place to play fantasy sports. Like, I don't know, for the NBA Finals, perchance. How about the new Pick 8 feature? If you're playing a pick 'em, create entries with up to 8 picks, and Underdog will automatically double flex your entries. So you can miss up to 2 picks and still win up to your entire entry or potential winnings. With more picks to make and extra ways to win, the excitement is higher than ever. I am definitely going to put one together for game 2 that I'll share, and we can all have fun with it. Like Derek White over, Jason Tatum under, but I got to get to 8, so shoot me. Whatever you guys are feeling.
If you want to like fully understand the Brendan Vogt experience, you need to know what things he'll benefit from in addition to the things that pain him mentally. So
and I can put that all together.
yeah, so like if you really like, you're like, I wonder how Brendan feels. You're like, oh man, the Celtics are dominating, but
I can't wait to make a pick 8 so that I have something to a little copium when the Celtics win game 2. Don't miss your chance to try it out before it's gone. Also, they're offering an NBA Pick'em special for game 2 of the NBA Finals for Kyrie Irving, over 0.5 points. Not guaranteed it would appear, but all but. So go ahead and sign up today with promo code DNVR to claim your special pick plus first time deposit. Offer up to $250 in bonus cash. That's Underdog Fantasy, code DNVR. Scan the QR code and on the screen or click the link in the description to sign up today. You have to be 18 or older and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-522-4700 or visit www.ncpgambling.org. Hey, Kale, where's the place you go for burritos, buddy, singular, and beer? Buddy singular, even though you were with more than one person.
Hey,
Kale,
bud.
did you ever go
hold on.
someplace
I
with
did.
multiple buddies?
No,
hold
it's
on.
just one buddy.
The only one with one buddy.
Well, there
Hold
were a lot
on,
of
hold
people
on.
there, but there was one buddy.
Hold on. Hey,
messed
hey, buddy. Can you respond to Brendan, please?
Terrible.
This is where I know we're buddies. I
Look,
know
I'm gonna
for a
go-
fact we're buddies.
I'll go to Illegal Pete's to make more friends. This episode is brought to you by Illegal Pete's, Colorado Springs. You have a friend in the burrito business. You've heard us talk about it plenty in the Denver area. Illegal Pete's Colorado Springs is open,
so
baby.
good.
Swing by and join the festivities with live music, endless margs, and of course, all your favorite burrito fixins.
Dude, I'm on a peach run right now.
I could go right now, bro. Patio culture in Denver is the absolute best part.
Yeah, here's the thing, like that. I'm saying this, and then everybody forget it. This is the most perfect weather that exists this time of year in the world. There we go.
Yeah, so this one is located in the heart of downtown Colorado Springs. Stop by to be a part of this historic old Illegal Pete's moment. Patio season is here, baby. Illegal Pete's, it's your go-to spot for burritos, buddies plural, and beer.
Alrighty, we are back. What we do on Casual Friday is we snake draft things. Today we are snake drafting the best sounds.
Yeah.
And when you win, you get to pick your order.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Hang on,
And I actually,
We agreed no music,
Yeah, like you can't pick like a song.
right?
Yeah,
Like,
but
or
Can you
like
pick like a
band.
cello?
I was gonna say,
probably.
You can
Yeah.
say a cello.
Yeah,
if you want.
yeah,
Don't
okay.
you dare take my cello.
I'm not going to take your cello, Adam.
with the number one pick. No, listen, I think there's a couple ground rules we should discuss in general
Okay,
because this
please.
is a little bit esoteric. This is a
Yeah.
little shapeless and formless.
I promise to be nicer to you this time.
I hope not. That's what won the election for me. It was
I
your
know.
Howard Dean moment.
I know.
Are we? Should we? Is it the sound itself, or can it sometimes be what it communicates to you?
It's what? What?
Yeah, I think we're getting too far into the weeds.
Like,
Just
I
like
love you, the
sound,
words
my
I
guy.
love you.
No, like okay, so okay,
And I think you're overthinking our
can it be
snake
like something that's like I don't like the sound of this bell, but I like that it means I get to go home.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, sure.
Okay.
You want to say like class bell? Yeah.
Okay, Kale. In the best sounds draft with the 1-1 pick, I will take the sound of silence.
Oh, I can't believe your first sound is the absence of sound.
That would have been a great fit
Yes.
round. It would have been a perfect
This
fit.
is the oldest.
sound,
This
wow.
is the oldest pick in the history of our
Wow.
draft, and I've never been happier. I thought about not being the number one pick because I don't know if you're crotchety enough to appreciate silence like I do.
Off the board, number one. I mean, I knew it was on the board.
Best sound, silence. Kale, shut the fuck up over there.
All right. I'm going to take
Kale gets to go second.
steak on a grill.
Streak
a sizzle.
on.
Sizzle.
Steak, the sizzle.
Streak on a girl.
I like how Kale has the pressure not only of drafting live, but of spelling live. I would crumble just instantly. All right. I am going to take the ocean. The sound of the ocean.
Yep.
I want the ocean.
Definitely, that's a definite 1-1 pick.
The one thing, in
if
my
not
opinion,
for silence.
The one thing, in my opinion, missing from our great state of Colorado. Everything else, A1. I love it.
Back-to-back picks, Adam.
Yeah, you
first
actually have a
one.
good spot. You have a good spot
My
here.
first one here, I'm going to take the crack of a bat for a home run. That's an unbelievable sound.
I didn't think you would take it.
Dude, when you get
I thought I could sneak that around
dude,
too.
a freaking clean.
It's a great pick.
Oh, it's so good.
I never knew you would take it.
Of course. I mean, I know my sounds, dude. I got to take
Holy
that one.
shit, what a great sound.
Oh, that's tough, man. That's tough. All right. Well,
No, it's Adams again.
Oh, this
Is Adam going to have a good draft?
Yeah,
I
he's
guys?
always have a good draft.
Stop
guys.
it.
I always crush the draft. I'm going to go with the rain.
Oh,
A
sensitive.
nice little rainstorm out there. Like it's coming down pretty good. It's not a hurricane or anything, but
Are
it's
you
coming down
listening
pretty
to
good.
Elliott Smith during this
100%. You know
Are
I
you
am.
alone? Are you in a darkened bedroom?
100%. I'm underneath I'm on my deck with an overhang, so I'm not getting wet, but I am watching.
Is there
all the
localized rain on your face
rain.
originating from your eyes?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I am just at one.
Okay.
With
All
the
right.
universe.
I'm gonna stick with the crack verb and go crack it open in ice cold beer.
That's a good one. Oh, that's a great one.
It's Friday, you know.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
That's a great pick. I should have taken that one maybe. Although I love the rain.
All right. Nervous here. Gotta console my board.
Weed.
A bong rip.
I'm gonna go with a basketball. A basketball
swish.
switch.
A swish. Yeah, swish
Yeah.
is
I was
good.
going to take that, you stupid
So
bitch.
more arenas should do this, but MSG mics up their nets. So if you're sitting in the 300s and there's a swish, you just hear it. Yeah. It's awesome. Every arena should do that. Porter swish from the 300s.
I'm going to take a baby cooing.
What is cooing?
What?
A baby
Like,
cooing?
yeah.
A happy baby.
Oh, it's like a baby's laugh. A baby's laugh. That was my next pick. That
I
a
was
good
I
one.
was
A
actually told
baby's
to
laugh.
leave that off my list by a lady in the office.
No way. A baby laughing is actually the
I
best.
agree.
A baby's coo is a
Coo though. I did that part. I just a baby laughing.
Yeah, say
a
laugh.
coo
You wanna
is
say laugh.
how a baby communicates happiness.
Takes
But
Right.
the coo to me is not quite. That one could be a little more annoying. When you get a good belly laugh out of a baby, that's when
Well,
it's the
because
best.
you need people to laugh at your jokes.
So true. That's true.
And babies are his best bet.
They really are. You go. Look at me.
I'm surprised Adam hasn't taken yellow-bellied warbler yet.
Yellow
Yeah,
rumped
dude.
warbler.
Okay. God, I can't believe you took a swish, you stupid jerk. I'm going to take. Oh no! You throw me off my game. I'm going to take the hoot of an owl.
D-Line has a serial killer list.
Silence. A baby cooing. An owl's hoot.
Not hoot.
Owl's hoot. There you go. An owl's hoot. What kind of owl are we talking here? Oh, it sounds like a great horned owl.
I think I hated the noise more than the pick.
An owl's hoot. What a hoot.
All my best
right.
picks are gone. All my best picks are gone.
I'm gonna pick an F1 engine starting.
All right.
Hey, guys. Kale's a real man.
Yeah, look at his manly. Look at his steak.
I like the
the
smell of gasoline. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, he did pick gasoline.
Dude, this Kale's list is a beard.
My enemies as they vanquish.
I like a roaring engine.
Drop.
Dude, Kale's list is toxic masculinity.
Wait, Which is pretty ironic given me as a person.
Yeah.
But,
I know. So that's what I'm saying. You're like, oh, hey guys, we all gonna go to the barbecue today? Hey, you guys want to go flex at the beach later?
I thought Kale was going to pick the opener from Hairspray, but here we are. Yeah, I'm going to steal one from the chat. So in the smells draft, I did the smell of a campfire. I'm going to take the crackle of a campfire.
That is such a good one. It was high on my list.
Yep, I'm going to take the
Dude, look at
crackle
my-
of a
how
I
much-
could sit around and just
Vogt
look
loves-
at it.
Thank you,
Vogt
Kevin.
loves cracking, crackling. I think he likes crack.
I like the crack of a back, too. Oh, the draft's still going.
I already got that one.
Damn it.
I'm going to go with a babbling brook.
Oh, a babble.
No, you could just say like
What the hell is wrong with you?
like a creek. That's what we'll call it, a
yeah,
creek.
that's better than babbling brook.
A little babbling brook.
That's the right. It's the same
What
as
is
the
that- what
baby's
is that?
coo.
Yeah, the baby's
What does
coo.
that verb mean?
Just say a creek. Let's
It means it goes like a babbling child. It's not
wow, that
saying.
sounds even better. I don't even need to hear it. That was so perfect.
That's one for the pod listeners.
What are you talking about?
lot
This
of
is the
sound-
theater of the mind
A
part
lot
of
of
it.
sounds happening.
Yeah, a lot of sounds. I'm going to go with... I got to stay on brand here.
Oh boy,
Is this my last pick?
no.
More after this.
Okay, good. I'm going to take a Red Hawk Screech. That's it. That's a great
what?
sound. You hear that?
Oh my god, dude, that is the
So
most pandering.
unbelievably good.
That is the
Red
most-
Hawk Roofing knows what I'm talking about over here.
Adam is a
Unbelievable.
shill. You can't
Do you
trust
think I
Adam.
don't actually like this?
No, I
actually
do.
have.
You could have just said a hawk screech.
Well, I know I know the right type of hawk here. It's a Red Hawk.
Brendan, make your pick, please. I like the way it sounds to open a box from Shady Rays.
You hear that?
Kale,
That's incredible.
a great,
Powerful.
I don't know how we would write this. A great drive in golf, just like a strong.
Oh, let me say,
a crack
oh,
of
the
the-
crack of a
A driver? Really?
crack of a ball.
Crack of a cricket bat. Crack of a cricket bat?
I like a crick
Of
of
a
a crack.
softball bat.
You guys like a crick of a crack? Okay, good. Yeah.
A good golf swing.
Can I actually
Good
change
golf
this?
Nope,
stride.
nope,
Oh,
nope, nope,
You're
you're-
on the board.
Is it locked in?
you're
It's locked
crack
in?
committed,
It's like
my
chess.
guy.
I have touched the piece.
You
All right.
have.
All right, Kel.
Good golf.
I like the.
All right, this is
My
gonna
lover
be,
in the throes of passion.
The sound of my father ignoring me.
You know what? You know what I'm gonna take? I'm gonna take the coin sound from Mario.
Okay.
What?
Yeah. No, yeah. 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 No, they use it in. It's a good one. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. All right. Given the, I need to definitely beat the serial killer allegations, so I might cross a few off the list. I'm glad that came out early so that I can avoid. All right. I like the roar of a crowd.
Oh, it's a great one. Crowd pop.
Yeah.
I had crowd pop in there. I don't know how that made it to the fourth round.
Like at a Mussolini rally or something. Yeah, I know what you're saying. That's what you were saying, right?
When the
Was that
dictator
a-
gets them all fired up.
Was that a crowd? I wasn't there. I don't know. You tell me.
Weren't you?
And the last thing I like is the sound of a concert as you enter the arena.
I think you
same
just
of a
did
roar
that
of a
one.
crowd?
Judges?
No. It's the music as well. The music of a concert. Specifically
Judges?
when you hear the bass,
whatever.
and it's like boom,
Cannibalize himself. You know, like it's the
it
same
gets you
thing.
so
Gets you
excited
going.
that,
All right.
that just outside a concert,
All right, man.
it gets
All
you
right.
hyped.
Well, I'll let you have it only because I think it's going to hurt you in the long run.
All right, fine.
right.
I'll
No,
change
too
it.
late. It's on the board.
You
He
took your
touched
finger
the
off the
piece.
chess piece, bro.
All right, with my 5th round pick, I'm taking Brennan Vogt's air horn.
Wow, did you just lose this fucking thing?
Every European who's like, oh, that thing that happens at 4 a.m. after I watch the Nuggets lose to the Spurs. Thank you.
Wow. Okay, so Kale's out. Cool.
honored,
Let's
though.
see. So maybe down to me and Adam at this point. Let's see. I mean, unless you have some real crack fans out there.
Mine are good, bro. You took a serial killer list. I'm going to go
A
with...
baby's coo.
Is laughter off the board? Because like a
Baby's laughter, so like an adult's laughter.
Just laughter I was just going to go with. I'll change it. I'll keep it going.
Yeah, something you've heard before.
Dude, so good. You got it, man.
Got him.
Roasted.
I won't have another Howard Dean moment. It's fine. Hanging out with DLINE every day is fine. Hanging out with DLINE every day is fine. Wind through the trees.
Oh,
that is good.
To me,
Wind
that sounds like destruction, tornadoes.
Those old whispering pines. I know what you're talking about.
A haunting is what that sounds like. Terrible sound. Uncomfortable.
You know what? I'm going to take another great sound here and go with an elk bugling in the rut.
Wow,
You guys know
that's
elk
a-
bugle?
I can't believe
Elk
it took you
bugle?
this long for one of those.
It's a great one.
It's not a great sound. It's a weird sound.
Dude, it's an incredible sound.
It sounds like a fucking modem from the 90s.
Dude, this is the worst take
Can
you've
I
ever
tell you-
had.
okay.
Of all the takes you've ever had, this is my worst
Compensatory
favorite
picks.
one.
Compensatory picks.
You get a babbling brook, too.
That doesn't sound good, dude. That sounds
sounds terrible.
That sounds like a vuvuzela. Not on this list. Vuvuzela. Also, what I was going to guess, or what I was going to take, echo. An echo is
Of what?
always it's always awesome.
Honestly, I'll be honest. I almost took a gunshot. I didn't think it would play that well, but I just
No,
like
you
a
know-
good
you-
gun,
you know
man,
which
in the
one
wild where
I know
that
what
goes
you
through.
mean.
That's so freaking great.
You know what I took off the list because of the serial killer allegations early
the
on?
gunshot.
The sound of a car accident, but like, like when it goes, like when you hear, but you hear the
love
second
that?
part. You hear
Okay,
the second part.
Raise
Like,
your hand if you've ever almost died in a car accident.
Yeah, did you love it? Did
Yeah,
you love it?
It was a little loud for my taste.
That's why I love it.
It still haunts me to this day.
All right,
But when you hear the screech and then
let's
it
take
pays
a break.
off.
Let us know. Obviously, on Twitter, we put this out. How much I won by? We'll all be curious to find out. That's a great sound.
Sounds like an elk dying, dude.
No break 3.
No break 3. Oh. That's terrible.
That's
Yeah, just-
unbelievable.
you just
That's
tanked your
so
whole- you just
beautiful. That's
tanked your
such a
whole
beautiful
draft.
That's a sound you would use to alert someone else that a crime was happening.
Can you pull up these snubs? Adam did take rain, to be fair, if you have
Yeah, I've
thunderstorm.
got a
Yeah.
thunderstorm.
I do agree on these next two.
Bong rip.
and then also a cat purring is
not
really
there,
cat.
yeah.
The fact that Kale didn't take either of those is
Yeah, that's such a shocker.
astounding. Except
Such a
because
shocker.
Kale was too busy taking the sound of iron sharpening iron.
when I eat nails for breakfast.
All right, it's time for Online with DLINE.
Oh, holy smokes. All right.
Cue that up.
Let's go into the internet. What do you say, Kale? You going to cue us up? Let's go inside the internet. No telling how strange it will get. We'll look at memes and we'll look at GIFs. Everyone will try to riff. It's Online with DLINE today. Welcome to Online with DLINE, the best part of any show we've ever had on this stupid podcast.
Actually, true.
Yeah, isn't that said?
Not even a joke.
Greatest part about that song, a lot of great parts about that song. Greatest part of a lot of great things is that my voice is auto-tuned in that.
Yeah, we can tell.
And it still sounds like that.
Technology can only do so much.
I was a star singer as a child.
There's no way.
I think
I'm calling horse shit.
I'm told that I
What
would
define
get
star?
I would get
They would
starring.
come from far and wide to see Eric Weedham sing.
Well, I mean,
True enough for her.
I mean, I wasn't part of like the papal choir, but I would get starring roles in musicals at school.
Okay. All right.
I played Dopey
I got it.
in the Seven Dwarfs.
Yeah, I got it. Okay.
I got solos.
You got Dopey. All right.
Star
There you go.
singer, I played Dopey.
Yeah, that's what I expected. That's what I was wondering how far that would go. That was
I
great.
love Eric.
Anyway, guys, I thought we should take a little trip into the internet today. Why? To find out exactly how to summarize, understand, move on, and categorize this season forevermore. What is the emoji of the season? It's
Yes.
a very important list that we have to find out. We have to know how to think about this list and or this season and how to refer to it shorthand forevermore.
There you go.
Okay, so with that, Adam, not me first.
What? I did the order you sent me, mother.
Eric! What?
Is this your first time seeing Online with DLINE? We go top to
right.
bottom, top to bottom. I have nominated the punchline, Kale.
Okay, there's a reveal graphic at the end, dude.
We've done only these together. You know the show. Joker card.
Why is that?
I have nominated the Joker card
So much
because
yelling.
at the end of
So
the day,
true.
Jokic won his third MVP this season. Like, I refuse to look at this season through the prism of the failures. I prefer to look at this season in the way that it will ultimately be remembered, which is Nikola Jokic had an unbelievable season. He won a third MVP.
That's right.
Against all odds, against all Nick Wrights, against all Nick Wrongs. He conquered Kendrick Perkins. He took down Shai Gilgeous-Alexander from an online battle with Stephen A. Smith. He did it, baby.
What happened to your
Joker
cynicism?
card.
Your trademark cynicism.
You were supposed to fuck this up in a way I can't even explain to you.
If you just let us play through it, I have a winner card.
All
it's
right,
a whole
it's coming
thing.
later. All right, we'll find out.
Adam, what is your suggestion?
I went with a brown heart.
Yes.
What do you guys think when you see this?
Booty.
Poop.
This is the thing. It's
Loving
in the
to
eye
go
of
to
the
the bathroom.
beholder. You know, this season was a heart. That's a good thing. You know, like
Sure.
But as far as hearts go, it's the brown one. Like if somebody sent you a brown heart, you would be like, do they love me? I don't know.
Or they're dead.
And that's how this season was. Was it good? It
You're like,
depends,
how's your
man.
dad's
It kinda
heart
was
brown?
good. It was a good season. 57 wins, MVP.
Yeah, I
beat
loved
the
it.
Celtics. There was some
loved
good. Beat the Lakers and the players. So much good. But at the end of the day, it wasn't a red heart, like the perfect heart. It was a little bit of a tainted heart. This season.
Tainted heart.
Heart is. I don't know, man. I don't like it.
And Brendan Vogt, yes. What have you selected
we know
for
what color, what you were looking at, the brown heart.
Sad boy. This is
sad boy emoji
not only
for Brendan Vogt?
last year. My agendas won so resoundingly that I almost just ran off into the sunset. Stuck around 1 year too long. This is how I felt every day for about 2 months. Or a month, rather.
You either retire as the hero or stay one more season to find yourself as the villain.
As the villain, yeah. I either got to watch the Celtics do it or I got to watch someone else take conversationally the crown or something. And I hate it so much. I hate it so much. And I'm sad. That's the best I got for you.
Wow, there's a lot of hard emotions coming out of the season. These were some nuanced depression emojis from the both of you. The both of you are in the dumps. Unbelievable.
one.
All right, well, I
got
guess
this
there are two very clear ways to put this season into perspective. Let me find out. I'm getting word from the judges right now. The winner is Joker card emoji. Joker card emoji is the right way to look at this season, to contextualize it, is that it's just going to be another incredible season in the career of Nikola Jokic because we're going to win next year. It doesn't matter. This will be one of these things that they talk about with the Spurs, about how it's a footnote that they won every other year. People are now looking at the Nuggets in a way that they can scheme against them directly. But it just gives the Nuggets an opportunity to counteract all of those. And all they have to do is build their bench. Their starting lineup is such a great lineup, and it gives you such an advantage over everyone else in the league who has to think about starters. We only have to get a functional bench, and we can do it. All right? Let's go, Kale. So, Joker card is the winner, which of course means I'm sure it's trending on Twitter. Let me check here. Yep. Grok put it up there immediately. Wow. It is trending on Twitter. I appreciate everybody. Let's go Nuggets.
Let's go Nuggets indeed. I do think that's all I'll remember about the year. Jokic won an MVP.
That's what I'm saying, man.
I don't remember anything else.
Let me cut you the sad boy year.
Nothing else. I should have put the number 20 up there as an emoji.
What else we got? Super chat.
And this one's from Chat Hall of Famer 55555-ish. This year's final game one drew in 5% less views than our finals game one last year.
I love this.
Heat versus Nuggets. What is this? My damn life.
Hey, you know what? Nobody wants the Celtics. Nobody wants the Mavericks.
Interesting.
God, dude,
That's old stuff.
These are legacy brands.
One of them's going to win.
They are, but you know something? I saw something that said it was, like 21, 22, and 24 are the lowest because there is a trend. But guess what? There is one that wasn't the lowest that's not in there. It's the Denver Nuggets. I've said this all along. People loved Jokic.
Yes, they did.
ESPN has told everyone that no one loves Jokic because ESPN is horrible.
Yeah,
the truth is, everybody actually loves Jokic. They want more Jokic. You know who else wants more Jokic? Half of the ESPN staff. Lisa Salters, I guess she's ABC. Still same kind of parent company. You watch Jokic, you love him. I'm not surprised. Jokic's not in there, man. The NBA needs to rig it for Denver next year.
They do if they want to have any kind of future in this world. Jokic is your only hope. You'll realize he's your savior. Hopefully, it's not too late.
Hopefully. Everybody, thanks for hanging out with us all week long. What a fun show. What a fun week.
Yeah.
But the weekend will be great. Burritos, buddies, and beer. We'll do it. Adios, everybody.
Work We all silly like the mayor.